This right now is the most precarious fake tripod setup I have ever used in the history of making videos. It's a plastic cup on top of a bottle of Savannah Gold popcorn, and the camera's precariously on top of that. So let's do this quick before the whole Jenga puzzle just falls apart and little Jimmy is gonna cry. So I was walking one day wearing this shirt. Hopefully you could see this shirt. It's a Knicks shirt. It's got some vintage Knicks on there, Ewing, Oakley, Mason, and Starks. Bought it off the internet, thought it looked cool. Was wearing this shirt one day, passing by the subway. This hipster looking lady just comes out of nowhere, straggly hair and all, rocking her headphones, starts yelling at me out of nowhere. I did not know this lady. She starts yelling at me, "Hey, that's a rip-off of a Ramones shirt, man. That's a freaking rip-off. You should be ashamed of yourself." And I wanted to reply to her, number one, everything's a rip-off of something these days. And number two, really? Really? You really have nothing better to do than worry about some guy wearing a rip-off of a Ramones shirt? I didn't even know it was a rip-off. I didn't even know that classic Ramones shirt you're referring to. But I can make a really short list that could have shot back at her if she managed to take off her headphones, but no, she just stormed right by, yelled at me, stormed off to her train. So there was no chance of a response there. But I would have said three things. Three things that you could have cared about instead of caring about my shirt. Number one is geese flying into planes. Okay? This is a serious epidemic, and they shoot these geese because they can't stop flying into planes. And you don't want to have a goose take down a whole plane by just flying into the motor there. So people are just rounding up these geese and shooting them down. Why not find a better solution? You know, there are hounds out there that are guaranteed to like round up these geese. Why don't you volunteer, start your own hound business, round up these geese so they stop flying into planes. Number two, farting camels. Okay, now this sounds like a stretch, right? I know. Google farting camels right now. Go to Google, type in farting camels. It is not a joke, okay? There are people in Australia, there's these environmentalist whack job types who think camels farting adds to the emissions, hurts global warming, and they just want to get rid of these camels because never mind the 50 gajillion fat people in the world that fart all the time, never mind this guy named Teddy in my Spanish class used to fart like every 10 seconds. What about that guy? You're going to blame it all on the camels, right? Okay, so there are people who think these camels should be shot down because they are hurting the environment with their flatulence, okay? Number three, on a more serious note, cancer kids eating ice cream. And, here's what problem with donating. You donate some money to charity, and they automatically add you to their spam list. So every single day, I guess that's the point, but every single day you're getting a photo of a kid with cancer eating ice cream, guilt-tripping you into, hey, maybe you should keep donating every single day to St. Jude or whatever charity. And, I'm sure it's worse if you donate to the charity with the cleft lip, and they want you to donate to that. If I donated it to that charity, I would have been like depressed every single day of my life because every day when I open my mail, I would be seeing some giant picture of a kid with a cleft lip there. I don't know. There's just so many issues to worry about. Why worry about some random dude's shirt? Are you that big of a Ramones fan that it's the number one thing on your list? You could think of many other things to worry about.